You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football and Turkish Super League podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Turgut. Welcome to a brand new edition of Turkish Football and Turkish Super League podcast. Next 15 minutes, we'll wrap up week 35 and we'll talk about what's going to happen this coming Sunday in the week 36 as we go into the last 3 weekends in the Turkish Super League. It is crunch time and decided weekend. It's going to be happening this weekend. As we go into a last stretch in the Turkish Super League, there are 3 major races will happen starting on Sunday. We go into a last 3 weekends, as I said. The race for the title on top between Galatasaray and Fenerbahçe could conclude this weekend if Galatasaray wins against Fatih Karagümrük. On the other hand, Fenerbahçe, who trails Galatasaray with 6 points after drawing in Konya last weekend, needs to win their match at home against Kayserispor and hope for Galatasaray to lose points against relegation zone team, who's desperate for points. That is Fatih Karagümrük. So if both of the teams win their matches this weekend, the gap on top still will be 6 points before the week 37 derby match between Galatasaray and Fenerbahçe. But we could say one thing: Galatasaray 1 step ahead, very close to getting the title this season. Fenerbahçe chances are very slim as we talk. They need miracles. They need to win their last 3 weekend matches and then hoping that Galatasaray in the last 3 weekends lose points. That is what's going to happen. If Galatasaray, the gap is 6 points. That's a huge gap on top. The other race that is going on in the 3rd place. As you know, Trabzonspor was comfortably leading, staying on 3rd place, but after losing to Samsunspor last weekend, everything is upside down now. Because right now, when we look at the teams that is challenging for 3rd place, Trabzonspor, who has 58 points, followed by Başakşehir with 55 points, and Beşiktaş with 54 points. Now, this coming weekend on Sunday, Trabzonspor has a very easy game. The team that is already said goodbye to a Turkish Super League, Istanbulspor. They're playing in Trabzon. So this should be a very comfortable game for them. But their last 2 matches, it's going to be against one of those teams who's trying to get to 3rd place, Başakşehir. They will travel to Istanbul to play Başakşehir. After that, their last match against the relegation zone team, Ankaragücü. So 2 tough games after this weekend for Trabzonspor. If they win their match this weekend on Sunday and get a point from Başakşehir and win their match against Ankaragücü, pretty much looks like Trabzonspor could finish in the 3rd place. The other team that could finish 3rd place if Trabzonspor loses points in the last 3 weekends is Beşiktaş. How many chances that Beşiktaş had so far in the season trying to get the top 3? Many. Because of the coaches changing. And right now, they have only, right now, as I forgot to tell you guys that this past Tuesday and Wednesday, Turkish Cup quarterfinal, semi-final matches played, and Beşiktaş and Trabzonspor are in the Turkish Cup final match. This cup match will be played on May 23rd, but we don't know where it's going to be playing. TFF, Turkish Football Federation, as always, late for everything. They haven't decided where the match will be played. So hope for Beşiktaş to get the Turkish Cup trophy this season, besides the finishing in the 3rd place. So they have a pretty good chance if Trabzonspor chokes in their last 3 matches. So if we look at the week 35, what happened, there were 33 goals scored, and while Galatasaray won and Beşiktaş won, Fenerbahçe had a draw, as I said, in Konya. After losing 2 points there, the gap should have been 4 points, but losing 2 points in Konya, not scoring, and Galatasaray is very comfortably in first place right now after week 35 going into 36. Galatasaray have record-breaking points, 96 points so far. So it is going to be a very huge going on for Galatasaray. They could finish, if they win their last 3 matches, they will go over the mark of 100 points. That is going to be a record. Galatasaray also, Icardi, the striker for Icardi, is the leading goal scorer for Turkish Super League with 23 goals. Last weekend, he surpassed Jeko, the Fenerbahce player. Now he has 23 goals. And just recently, from the Milli Turkish newspaper, he won the Player of the Year award in Istanbul. Congratulations to him. Even though he's not 100%, Icardi is doing his job lately. Plus, I think this was their 16th win in a row for Okan Buruk's Galatasaray. I think last 8 games, Okan Buruk, pretty much 6 to 8 games, I think, Okan Buruk decided to have some work on his starting 11. Kerem Aktürkoğlu went to bench. Hakim Ziyech has been starting, and Mertens is the main bone of this team with the goalkeeper who's saving a lot of goals. Muslera, yes. Muslera is probably the best goalkeeper right now in the Turkish Super League. So things are looking good for Galatasaray, but the third challenge is going on in the bottom of the league, the relegation zone. The relegation zone is hotter than ever. It is so hot, we probably won't know the 3 other teams that will drop down to a lower division. We know Istanbulspor already said goodbye to Turkish Super League. Who will be the next 3 in the Turkish Super League going down? So if we look at these teams and give you all the information for you, it is very tough for the teams like Pendikspor, Hatayspor, Gaziantepspor, Fatih Karagümrük, and Konyaspor and Ankaragücü. These 5 teams, they have to win their last 3 matches. Pendikspor with 33 points, Hatayspor with 34 points, Gaziantep with 35 points, Fatih Karagümrük with 36 points, and Konyaspor with 37 points, and Ankaragücü, the team who has 39 points, still in trouble. Out of these 5 teams that I just mentioned, 3 of them will probably say goodbye to Turkish Super League. Now, one other thing. The teams that I mentioned to you, they are playing against each other, especially Gaziantep. Gaziantep has very tough matches. They have match against Adana Demirspor this weekend, and then they travel to Istanbul to face Fatih Karagümrük, and then their last match against Pendik. That will be, Fatih Karagümrük match will be happening in Gaziantep, and Pendik match will be away. So very tough schedule for Gaziantep. On the other hand, Pendik will play against Rize this weekend. Then will travel to Ankara to face Ankaragücü, and they will be at home last match against Gaziantep. As you could see, they are playing against each other. Hatay will face Ankaragücü this weekend, and then they have a match against Beşiktaş, and their last match will be at home against Rizespor. Fatih Karagümrük, very tough match this weekend, as I said before. They're playing against the number one team in the Turkish Super League. It is do or die match for Fatih Karagümrük. And after that, they will be traveling to Gaziantep. And then their last match will be at home against Samsunspor. The Konya, the team who's troubled, who also tied with Fenerbahçe last weekend, they are going to be at home against Samsun this weekend. And after that, they're going to Kayserispor to play they're going to Kayseri to play Kayserispor, and their last match will be at home against Galatasaray. So Ankaragücü with 39 points. They will be facing Hatay this weekend, and then they have a match against Pendikspor, and their last match will be happening in Trabzon against Trabzonspor. As you could see, these 5 teams have matches against each other or playing against the teams that are very strong. So starting this weekend, it is going to be a huge things coming up in the Turkish Super League. It is going to be, we know one thing, the gap on top is 6 points. As I said, Galatasaray is one step above Fenerbahçe right now for the league title. Especially if they win their match this weekend against Fatih Karagümrük. In case of Fenerbahçe losing points against Kayserispor, everything could finish on top after this weekend. So it's a huge weekend for Fenerbahçe. It's a huge weekend for Trabzon, Başakşehir, and Beşiktaş. It is also huge weekend coming up this weekend for teams like Pendik, Hatay, Gaziantep, Konyaspor, Fatih Karagümrük, Ankaragücü. The team that I want to give kudos, the team who started the league from the bottom of the barrel. When German coach Markus Gisdol took Samsunspor, they had only 1 point. So far, they have 42 points. They're above the relegation zone right now. They're comfortable, according to the other teams. And congratulations to Markus Gisdol. I think he's doing wonders with the Samsunspor team. I think the best coach of this season, my head goes out to Okan Buruk. This was his 16th win in a row in the Turkish Super League. Whether you like it or not, Galatasaray right now in the Turkish Super League playing the best football in the Turkish Super League. There's no question about that, especially last 6 weeks. They are playing like champions. The gap is 6 points. Also, the advantage, the goal difference is right now almost even. So, one time, Fenerbahçe had scored more goals than Galatasaray, but Galatasaray caught them. So, get ready for Sunday. All the match will be happening in the same time on Sunday. The next 3 weekend matches will be on Sunday, also at the same time. Listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. Also visit me on Twitter, which is X now, at Turkish Soccer. Also follow me at Turkish Football, Turkish Soccer on Facebook. Also on Instagram, Turkish Soccer. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. We'll talk to you after week 36. Have fun. See you back next weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.